Hello, I'm Farai and this is my code lab. Today we're continuing with the CTCI series. Sorry I haven't been posting for a while, just been so lazy. But I was supposed to do 1.5 today, but I'm short on time since I have to go somewhere. So I'll just jump to 1.6 since this is pretty straightforward. Now I'll just talk a little bit because my Apple Pencil's flat. Like, jeez. Apple just seems too suave for an off button. It's like, oh, no, we're too swag. We're smarter than you. And then you do nothing with the pencil and it just dies. So, come on. Like, they just... Anyway, so the question, 1.6, string compression, is to implement a method to perform basic string compression using the counts of repeated characters. For instance, A, B's quintuple C, A, triple A become A2, B1, C5, A3. If the compressed string would not be smaller than the original string, your method should return the original string. You can assume that the string has only uppercase and lowercase characters. So this one shouldn't be too difficult, but let's just see their hints to see what they are. I'm kind of stalling for time so that my pencil can charge. So let's go tips 92 and 110. Which are do the easy thing. Compress the string, then compare the lengths. Okay? And 110. Be careful that you aren't repeatedly concatenating strings together. This can be very inefficient. Good to know. But the thing with this is it depends. Like, I think with JavaScript, the compiler, interpreter, the interpreters assume that you're going to do the silly thing, which is to use string plus other string. But, so that is optimized for, which is sensible instead of assuming, no, you can't do this. Like, I think that can literally be a meme, you know. If I have time, I'll make it as a thumbnail where it's like, no, you cannot concat strings like a sum. And then it's like, haha, concat string goes burr or something like that. If I have time, I'll make that a thumbnail. So, 25% battery should be good enough. And let's start. So, our example was A, B, octuple C, and then triple A, which compresses to A2, B1, C5, A3. So, function compress str, and then that's the string. So since it said don't concat strings, then how do I call it? So concat, what do I call it? Con str r, and then count is 0, and this is that. So nothing weird here. Oh, then curvature is equal to, no, actually doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just use the first letter. It's 0, 0. Well, I'm not putting 1 there, so that I don't have to handle a case where the string length is less than 1, although does that matter? No. So, for I equals 0, I is the length, and I plus plus, right? And if str I is not equal cur chr, then so the idea is like if it's not equal, then you just push so if it's not equal, then you do comp str r is equal to not equal, push, and then you just do chr chr plus CNT. Press CHR CNT, and then curvature is equal to STR I, and curvature is equal to 1. Else cross CHR count plus plus, right? That should do it. And then the comp str. I never quite get this. It's like you failed the interview because you didn't know how to do. You didn't know how to concat a string. Then that's their problem. str return str is greater, the length is greater than or equal to str dot length, then if it's greater than str, else str, which should be good. So let's switch the pencil color. So for an example, we have this. So the array is empty. So it's a 0 and an A. So if A, the first current is A, so it's just 1, it's still A. Then the next one, it's 2, so it's still A. Then we get to B now, so it's not equal to. So we just do A2. Let's do A2, right? Then we switch to B, and then that's 1 and C. So A2 will be 1. We get 1 and C. That happens 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, let's just say it returns that. Seems right. Then if it was just AA, then if it was just AA, then it would just be empty. And this will just be 2A if it was just AA, which is the same length. But if it was just B, then... Wait, where did the D come from? Okay, there we go. So yeah, this one was right. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, that just took me 10 minutes. So let's look here for the answer. Solutions. Okay, string compression. At first glance, it's straightforward but tedious. We iterate to the string, copying characters, yada yada. Is it inefficient or runtime? That we can use string builder, which is the same thing. Return, we can check in advance. Let's create compressed string first, then return the shorter. Instead, we can check in advance. So be more optimal when you don't have a large number, and it will prevent us from returning a string. Problem is you have a second loop that adds duplicate code. Oh, does it really matter? I mean, you can just check as you go. Another benefit of this approach is that we can initialize string builder to its necessary capacity up front. Thought the string builder will just double. But so it's optimal. Just really depends on the language you use. It's kind of hard. Like, what exactly are they looking for in these sort of things? I mean, are you trying to get like a generalized idea of this is optimal? Because that depends on your language. Like I told you with JavaScript, string concatenating is just the bad way to do it. Is actually more efficient. Is more efficient, unlike most other languages where it will be much slower. It's like how they manage it. Like, there's so much. Like, what exactly do you want me to focus on? Do you want the answer? Because, like, I remember once I actually got the answer, and it was like, don't worry about how nicely it looks. And then when I get feedback, it was like, actually, your answer looked terrible, and you should have cleaned it up. Like, what exactly do you want me to do? This is why people don't like programming interviews, dude. Like, do you want perfection, or it's like, just show us your thought process, but you probably biased to an answer. So anyway, let's make a meme. Meme. Actually, no, I'm not gonna make the meme now. That will be too much work. But I promise it will be the thumbnail of this video. Like saying, no, you cannot concat strings with like all the other programming languages, like seething with the seething Wojak, and then the JS Wojak's like, haha, string concat go burr. So I'll do that later, but it will definitely be the thumbnail of this video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.